Hi, welcome to another edition of Eating Sharp with Lynn Sharp. And today it's all about the persimmon. We are going to take the persimmon and make it in 3 different dishes. One of the dishes is going to be persimmon pie. It's going to dazzle your friends and your family. It's going to come out really nice. And most people don't even have heard of persimmon pie, but it's out there and you can make it, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Really easy to dazzle your family and friends. The next recipe is going to be persimmon cheesecake. I forgot what I was cooking with today, and they're right here. Persimmon cheesecake. It's going to come out really tasty, and it's really easy to do. You might want to, if you don't have one of these spring-form pans, the bottom comes out and it springs open. They're really cheap and inexpensive to get. You can get a set. I think they come with a set of four different sizes, $10. So put that on your Christmas wish list, and hopefully you'll get one for Christmas. So I'm showing you how to do those. And the last thing I'm going to show you is the persimmon pudding. And this recipe takes about 2.5 hours on the stove in a boiler. The English really came up with this, and it's a really neat dish. And once you pull this out of the mold, it's really going to dazzle your family and friends. So let me get cleaned up here. I'll get ready to do the persimmon pudding, and we'll film it. Be right back. Alright, welcome back. I've got everything set up for this pudding. Now, it's going to turn out so delicious, so pay really close attention on what I'm doing. It's very detailed. First, what you want to do is, if you have a 4-cup mold, follow this recipe. If you have an 8-cup mold, you'll want to double this recipe. First thing I did is I took a little oil and I brushed all inside to get it all nice and brushed down. Next, what I've done is I also turned the mold over and I cut out some wax paper to fit on top, and I brushed it also with the oil. That's very crucial later on. So you want to just do that and get it out of the way. Alright, so now you'll take 3 eggs and about 1/3 of a cup of sugar. And what we'll want to do is we'll want to blend this until it becomes fluffy. And it'll take about 5 minutes. So just let it go. Now, the best thing about this recipe is you're not going to have to sit and stir it like you do other conventional puddings that you cook on the stove. This one, you're just going to put it in and kind of forget it, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. Let this mix in, got it on high. Okay, there we go. Next, we'll want to add about 2.5 persimmons right into this. And you want to blend this well too. Now remember, I put the persimmons into the freezer overnight. Let them thaw a little bit, and I was able to cut out the meat of the persimmon a lot easier than I would have had I not put it in the freezer. And if it's a little chunky, it's still going to be okay. Next, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of oil, just about 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of vanilla, and I like to put in spices. Now, I've got cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove. You can only just put in the cinnamon. It's about a teaspoon of half a teaspoon of cinnamon, but I like to put in a little nutmeg and clove. So I've got 1/4 of a teaspoon of nutmeg and 1/4 of a teaspoon of clove with the half a teaspoon of cinnamon. And then, of course, I've got 1.5 cups of flour. And it's just your regular all-purpose flour. Start your mixer on low so you don't throw the flour everywhere. Alright, I'm going to get this all mixed up, and I'll get the stove ready for the pudding mold, and I'll show you how this all comes together. So take a break and I'll be right back, alright? Okay, so here we are with our pudding. We have it all mixed up. We have greased our pudding mold. We also greased a wax paper, cut it to the size. We have our water boiling. Now you want to make sure you have a screen or something down in the bottom of this water. So first you want to do is go ahead and pour the pudding into the mold. And it should have this same consistency, kind of like a cake batter. Let me turn so I can get the rest of it in there. Now remember, if you have an 8-cup pudding mold, you'll want to double this recipe. This is a 4-cup pudding mold. Then what you want to do is make sure it's flat. See, it's flat like this. You want to go ahead and put the oiled part down, just like that, and then the lid right on top of here. And then into your pot it goes. First, turn it right down to simmer, and go ahead and set it down into the water. Just like that. It's on a little screen down there. I have a little bit too much water in here. That's okay. It will reduce, but you really want to have it at about halfway up onto this side of the mold. Now it's on simmer. It's going to take about probably about an hour to an hour and a half until the pudding springs back when you touch it. You'll know it's done. Then you can pull it out, let it sit for about 20 minutes or so, then go ahead and turn it out onto your plate. So until this is ready to go, make sure you check my website for my latest videos and recipes, and we'll keep this going. Now as the water reduces, you'll want to add boiling water to it, not just cold or tepid water from your faucet. You'll want to bring the water to a boil, turn it to simmer, or turn it off, and then add the water to this. So you want to keep that water level the same all during the cooking process. So until that's ready to go, you guys take a break and have a great holiday season. Merry Christmas to you and your friends. Alright, welcome back. Our pudding has been in for about an hour to about an hour and a half, and we're going to pull it out and see how it is. So let's take a look at this guy. Be careful, it'll be hot. Pull it straight up. Okay, let's take a look. Wow, it has come up beautifully. Let's pull this back to see if it is going to spring. It is springing just perfect for us. Alright, put this back over it. We're going to let this chill or come to room temperature, probably about 15-20 minutes. We'll put a knife around the side, and then we'll turn it over into a serving plate, and then you can cut it and serve it to your family and friends. You might also want to serve a lemon tart sauce with this. I don't have time in this video to make that. It'll be in another video. So until next time, this is Lynn Sharp with Eating Sharp, and Merry Christmas to you all. Bye-bye.